Welcome and thank you for joining me for an emergency session. Um, I just called this meeting. You're wondering why I called you all here tonight. Um, it's just to celebrate a little bit because, for starters, my Facebook page for Ken's Comics just reached 500 followers, and that doesn't sound like a lot, but considering that last February, I started this process of trying to build my brand up, and I had less than 200. Um, Feeling really excited about that. So what I'm doing seems to be working, and it's just the beginning. So for starters, thank you. Raise a glass, and I appreciate each and every one of you. I have a list of things to talk about. This won't take long. I'm not doing a live drawing tonight, although tomorrow morning we are showing an encore presentation of my Maestro live drawing. So tune in and check that out. So friends, the thing about the 500 is it's kind of big to me because I've been trying to hit that number. You know, you set little benchmarks for yourself. A year ago, we were in the midst of the harder part of the COVID pandemic. I was in a place where I was trying to think of what's next, what's to do next, and I decided to focus on learning how to make better comics, learning how to promote those comics, and learning how to fund those comics, primarily through Kickstarter for my self-published stuff, but also, working on getting into other avenues. So I'm getting my hands into a lot of pies here. One of the things that I'm working on is finishing a book with Earth Team Green and the good people at Earth Team Green, Arlie Owens, and the rest of the team there. And we have this book called Sky Princess, which is almost done and set to come out early 2022. And we were really excited about it. So in the meantime, as I've been trying to think of what to do and what to do next, I actually have jobs, comic jobs that I'm working on, and that's one of them. So today I wanted to debut a new piece that I've been playing with. So Sky Princess is about a teenage girl who discovers or is gifted with certain magical powers, and her aim is to help save the planet. Her, along with some other teammates from Earth Team Green, are going to fight these aliens who are trying to, terraform, I guess, basically destroy our planet, and have been for generations, which explains why we're in the state we're in. And it's a lighthearted but fun and serious take on, climate change and saving the world for ourselves and for the future generations. So I love this book a lot. I've talked about it a ton, and I'll show you some pages from it real quick. So we have this family, the Pellmans, and Holly is going through some stuff in this shot here. The main character, Zeta Nevaeh, sorry, this Nevaeh, the Sky Princess, shown here before she realizes she has powers, walking off a little bit sad. She's just had a rough time at school, and she's just a normal teenager, which is something cool. She's going to meet this character, Illumina, and become the Sky Princess, as seen here, also soon to be a motion picture. So I love this project. It means a lot to me. I've been working with Arlie for a couple of years almost now, on developing it and getting it to the place where it needs to be. And it's an indie comic, largely. So things come and go. We don't have the resources that a big production company would have. So it takes time to get things and get them right. So I've been working on Sky Princess. Now for the holidays, I took a little part-time, well, full-time, but temporary gig, just running a calendar set at the mall for a little extra Christmas money. Now, as you might imagine, malls are kind of slow, so I hope my boss isn't watching, but while I was standing around doing nothing, I decided to bring my sketchbook and some paper and do some drawing while between sales when there's not a lot going on in the middle of the mall. And one idea I came up with while I was just doodling was for a Christmas picture of the Sky Princess, just to keep myself sharp. I'm working on her pages. And so I got this guy right here. I didn't get any good pictures of it in progress because it was just kind of a sketch. Um, I liked it a lot, but it wasn't something I thought we were going to do anything with. I showed it to the publisher. Arlie liked it. He decided it would be great to make it into a coloring page. So I threw some text and graphics on it, and we made it this proportion. So it's going to be a nice printable coloring page offered from Earth Team Green. And I'm really loving this piece. It's just a lot of fun. I'm going to color it digitally too, and I'll share that later. I just wanted to show it with you first, so you guys are the first to see the new Sky Princess Merry Christmas coloring page from Ken's Comics and Earth Team Green. And I hope you like it. I hope you enjoy it. Contact me for the download, and you'll be able to print them out, color them, and enjoy just the fun of it. Sky Princess shown here is flying high above the Earth. I thought it would be cool to have the Earth sort of in the background as she is flying away and celebrating Christmas with her cool magical cape. I'm gonna put some banners up here. There's a few more things I want to talk about, and I realize I'm running a mile a minute. I'm not a great orator, so thank you for your patience, because I want to put up earthteamgreen.org is where you can see more of the Sky Princess and the other comics that they have put out in the past. Check out my list of things to talk about tonight so I can get through it and get back to the Christmas festivities. I hope everyone's having a really Merry Christmas season. I'm a big fan of Happy Holidays, and not because I'm dissing on Christmas, but I really consider the entire month or so, from like 6 weeks from Thanksgiving all through Christmas and New Year's and everything in the middle there, to be the holidays. And when I wish you happy holidays, that's what I mean. I hope this entire season is good for you, because here's what it means to me. It means taking time to be kind. You know, it is one time a year when all of the negativity and the drag on everyone, and the drag that we've all been feeling for the last 20 months. December is a time to recharge, whether you follow it for the religious reasons, whether you follow it for cultural reasons, whether you just like to get together and have bad food, or good food, or junk food, whatever it is, there's something magical about Christmas, and there always has been, you know. So for generations and generations, and I'm not picking a side, and I'm not for, pro, or against the religious aspect of it. That's not the important part to me, but it's really great for people that it is. It's just something to me that there's something magical about Christmas time, when people are just nicer to each other, largely when they're happier, when they're shopping, and not to get into the commercialization, but you're thinking about people, you're thinking about love. When I'm shopping out for Christmas, I'm thinking about the people I care about, and there's something about constantly filling your head with that recharges the soul. And I really, in all seriousness, I believe that is what gets us through the rest of the year. If we don't take Christmas, if we let Christmas slide, if we let this time that is good for us to recharge our positivity, if we lose that opportunity, the rest of the year already starts off on a bad note. And the last couple of years have shown me we need to take every chance we can to fill up the bucket, with goodness and kindness and happiness, because life is going to come and take some of that. Maybe intentionally, maybe not. Just do good, do your best, and I think being kind. Now, yeah, I wish we would do that all year round, but let's be realistic. We don't. I don't. Everybody doesn't. So Christmas to me means soaking in this collective spirit of giving, and this joyous, happy time where we get into decorating and making cookies and the fun parts of it. That's what we need. And we need it really badly right now. So let's do that. So I'll follow that. In the spirit of that, I've been doing some art, and that's where I came up with the Sky Princess picture, because what's on my mind lately is this spirit of Christmas. So I've been doing some fan art. So I was throwing together like a Spider-Man, which I did a video for. You can find on my YouTube channel. I've got, I did a fun Hulk Christmas video, which also I did a time lapse video for this one, and that was an experiment unto itself. And these are just some quick videos drawings I really threw together, not super elaborate quality or the detail that I would do. Really, really rough, really fast, and really just for fun. And to me, like that's what art's about anyway. Except when I'm getting paid for it, and then I do it, hopefully I do it better than this. And so I was thinking, do I want to do another Hulk, or do I want to do Spider-Man, or maybe I was working on a thing, but I decided not to do a Christmas thing with him. Ben Grimm's just should be rough. But Sky Princess is all about cheer and positivity. In the book, she, I don't want to give you spoilers, but I mean, she literally is a source of positive energy that the aliens are trying to destroy. And they're like, they've got like a machine. They're trying to like find this source of positive energy and get rid of it because it's thwarting their plans. And so she means to me, the kind of the epitome of that. So I thought Christmas just made the most sense. I absolutely love it. So I'm really happy about the 500. It's just the beginning. It really is. I've been taking online courses and studying as much as I can about marketing and self-promotion and self-publishing, even though I've been publishing myself for like a decade now and working in comics professionally even longer than that. It's just been something that's been at home and I need to expand. So I'm working really hard. I appreciate everyone that's been with me on this journey. And that 500 followers means a lot. Now, if I could get some of you to go over to kenscomics.net and also subscribe to my email list, that will help build more exposure for future things because everybody doesn't see everything on Facebook. So getting that 500, even though I've got that, not everybody is going to be following my page every day too. I know that this is the way it is. My content isn't always Facebook algorithm approved, so it doesn't get like the most push from Facebook. So anyway, long story short, it means a lot to me. Thank you for following, and I hope that you go over to kenscomics.net and subscribe or follow my email list. You can get a free digital download of one of my comics there. Let me put that up. I've got a banner for it somewhere. All right, yeah. If you go to kenscomics.net 0, you can download a free digital copy of my last book, Angel's Blood 0, the prequel to the first issue of Angel's Blood, which I love that project. I'm very popular of it. Writer Mike Barr and creator and I have made a really interesting story, and I'm very proud of it. So big ups to Mike, and thank you all for checking that out. If you don't like that, I have there are other books. I've got a ton of books. I've really been doing this a long time. I'd like to talk about Fett's Toy Depot real quick. Look up Paul King and Fett's Toy Depot in Saginaw. It's a fun collectible shop, and he's sponsoring the Midland Comic Con, which is coming up this March. And I'm going to put up the graphic for that. Thank you, Ken. I need a publisher or a producer to do my light work here. And I need a better background than just like my hands. Midland Comic Con strikes back March 5th and 6th. Admission is free at the Midland Mall. I believe we're going to call that the Midland Mall Comic Con. I'm not sure. But I am actually currently working on a new graphic for them for this. So stay tuned. I'll be sharing that. There's a ton of stuff. There's more than just art and comics. There's games. There's a lot of neat things. So check it out. Check it out. They didn't get to do it because of COVID, but the last one was a huge success, and I've been looking forward to trying to get in on that ever since. Small world. Actually, this was recommended to me by my friend Jody, who works at the Midland Mall, and I didn't find out that it had happened even until it was just about over. So I've been carrying around the business card for Fett's, in my planner for like 2 years before I actually heard about this again from my man Ted Davies from Ted Davies Artistry. Go to teddaviesartistry.com. And they were opening up early. They were putting out Artist Alley's tables, and I wanted to get in on that quick. Like I wanted to lock that down because I was planning my year, and I've got events going on, and I'm excited for that. Speaking of which, let's talk swag. Thanks to the good folks at Sticker Mule and their endless promotional skills, I just got these new buttons. Ken's Comics collectible buttons, and by collectible, I mean you can buy one and then part of your collection. See it, see it, see it. See this little logo? All right. These little guys are just neat and fun, and I picked up like 50 of them. It was a great deal, and it's going to be part of my table. I sort of love putting stuff out there, and I like having a variety of things for people to sift through and look through. And when I go to a show, I like to grab some souvenirs. I always like a little something, and I don't always have a ton of money, so I'll usually go over like, what can I get here that's $1 or $2, or what's sort of small that I can still have a remembrance from that show, but not drop $100 on a print or a collectible comic because I just don't have that. Sometimes if I go to a show, it's either to set up as an artist, in which I'm spending money to be there, or as a fan, and I just kind of want the experience, and I love to find some cool collectibles, but I'm not one of the guys that's able to just go and drop hundreds of dollars at a comic show. Sorry. So I understand when you're not. So if you come to my table or you come by, I'm not going to pressure you to buy. Like I understand everybody's got a certain thing. I just want to share what I've got going on with everybody. And that's all it's about for me. If I were wealthy, I would still be doing exactly what I'm doing. I would just do it in a bigger house with maybe nicer background and a nicer car. I would do all that. So I've shared all that with you. Christmas means a lot to me. Comics means a lot to me. Social media, for all its flaws, means a lot to me. And why? Because that's where I keep in touch with you. I keep in touch with family. I have family that I haven't seen in years and friends that I haven't seen in decades even. We're able to connect. And I think that's beautiful. Now, we do a lot of stupid stuff on the internet, and we can do better. To be honest, guys, like I'm 47. And in the last 20 years, even, not just since I was a kid, even in the last 2 decades, like technology has just grown so fast. Social media is really new, relatively speaking, really new. It hasn't even been that long since Facebook's been a big thing. Even when Emily was born, it was still relatively in its infancy. I was still rocking MySpace. Love my MySpace. Damn Facebook. So we do a lot of things wrong. We make a lot of mistakes on it, and it's learning as a platform. We are learning as a people how to use it responsibly. But it's important to me that I still have this. Erica, I have no idea what that means that you commented there. Bark Tech. Okay, I'm just gonna wonder what that's about for the rest of my life. Oh my goodness. So, anyway, social media. I love social media, and I love it because it gives me the chance to share my art with the world. It gives me the chance to stay connected with people. It gives me the chance to connect with new people. My friend Mohammed lives half a world away, and we are able to talk all the time, and we share art, and we've worked together. I've worked with my publisher, Cosmic Times, is in Florida. I have never even been to Florida, but we're able to connect and learn and meet each other and stay in touch on those things. Speaking of which, Cosmic Times has a new Patreon, which is something I'm going to get into. I'm starting very soon. I've actually started a Patreon. I'm just working on building it. So 2022 is going to have a lot of new stuff for me. So now I've talked about my well wishes, got my list. The very last thing, I asked my daughter Emily what else I should tell you today in my video. What should I talk about in my live video? Because like I said, I'm not a great orator. If I don't have a list, I'm just going to ramble and sound like a fool. So what else should I talk about? And Emily, my beloved, tells me I should tell you don't do drugs. And that's a good message for little kids. And so on behalf of my daughter, don't do drugs. If you know me, you know I'm a very anti-drug guy, and there's a whole distinction there, and we can talk about that another time. Basically, be good to yourself, be good to your body, be good to each other. And thank you for joining me. Thank you to everyone who's helped me get to 500. And I am not stopping there. This is just like the first benchmark that I was trying to hit for my Facebook following. And if we can convert that into email subscribers and website subscribers, and like if I can build some of that into more, I am not a pushy marketing guy, and I'm not trying to sell you stuff. Well, I mean, I am, but I'm not trying to sell anybody something they don't want. And a lot of people are not into my comics, and that is great. Some of my best friends and family are not really into what I do, and that's totally allowed. But what I do want to do is to put it out there for the people who are. You know, if you like comics, if you like indie stories, if you like supporting art and interesting stuff, if you like what I'm going for, cool. The last book I put out, Angel's Blood, wasn't everybody's cup of tea. The next book that's coming in January, Hatched, that I ran the Kickstarter for, and if you're following, thank you. There's a whole other video I'm going to do on the progress of Hatched. Christmas has been really hard, but anyway, every story isn't everybody's cup of tea. And I'm reminded of the Garth Brooks experience when he did the album for Chris Gaines, which was a in progress movie that he did an album for as a pseudonym, as a alternate character. And a lot of people didn't go for it. A lot of people didn't get it. It wasn't Garth Brooks. It was a rock and roll album. I liked it a lot, but it wasn't everybody's cup of tea. And that's totally okay. What I am grateful for is that people do support me, that I do have people that care, even if you don't love what I do, or if you do love what I do, that thanks for being in my corner. I like to support people that I care about and their work, even if I don't like their work. I have some art friends who I back their Kickstarters. I'm not gonna tell you who it's not just for the art. It's not for the comics even sometimes. It's because I believe in them. In fact, my stack of Kickstarter reward books that I haven't read yet is growing. And so I've got a lot to do after I'm done with this job at the mall. So 500 subscribers, Sky Princess Art. Thank you for sharing your holiday wishes with me. I have been talking for 23 minutes, and I think I'm done. Tomorrow morning, again, watch the channel because I'm putting out more regular videos. I do have plans to do scheduled shows every Monday, but I'm also going to throw videos up there now and then just to see what sticks to the wall, because a lot of you haven't seen them yet. A lot of the past videos I've done only have a few views, so I know everybody hasn't seen them. And I would like to still keep sharing that. And in 2022, my goal is to become almost as prolific as Ted Davies. So thank you all. Appreciate your time. Have a good time. Have a good weekend, and Merry Christmas.